is to be found in the library in Undercity. You are dismissed and give me my book back, so I've got to go to Undercity to do this quest. Which I don't really fancy doing. So what I will do instead is look at inscription and look at my unlearned spells. Okay, so we've got, here's one of the pigments, Roseate, and it makes a low level trinket. Okay, that shouldn't be there, should it? War paints? Nah. Okay, they need to change that to the new BOP crafting reagent, I'm sure. Yeah, that quest comes from a quest called Demon Ink in Dalaran, so that should probably be called, that will probably be Demon Ink rather than War Paints. I'm gonna guess. What do you guys think? Craft a Darkwind card of the Legion. Oh, I need to get my Virtuoso ink set.
What wisdom do you seek? Slow down. Life is to be savored.
So I've got all these mass milling. It doesn't say where to learn them. I assume if you mill these, you'll start to learn these. Maybe that's where it's from. Or maybe you don't get it until you're level 800. I don't know. We will see.
I buy and trade.
The ink trader still has the old
bless
inks. And then we've got our Vantas runes. Just gonna mouse over one of these and go put the kettle on. Because my throat is killing me, and you can just like read what it says whilst I'm putting the kettle on. I'm just getting. Hi, I'm back. I'm just waiting for the water to get boiled. So Vantas runes are what takes over as the major item that you craft. And they increase the damage by 1,000. Well, that's probably a placeholder. Whilst fighting a particular boss. I'm not going to click on them all because... Yeah, there we go. I'll click one that doesn't say what it's called. So that there's not too many spoilers about which boss is which and what's coming up. Increase 10% while fighting boss name, but you can only use one rune per week, and the effect lasts for the whole week. So I don't know whether that rune only applies to you, or whether it applies to the party. I assume it's just you. So if you're in a raiding guild, wait, this only increases damage, doesn't increase... So your healers are screwed. This does nothing for healers, and it does nothing for tanks. Well, I suppose it helps them get aggro. Either way, I guess if you're in a raiding guild, you're going to be... Oh, hello, Demon Hunter. Goodbye, Demon Hunter. You're going to have to organise those, and everybody will be told which Vantas rune they will need to be having for that week, because it only works on that single boss, and once you've had one, that's it for the week. So I would guess you would decide which boss you wanted to progress on. So For me, as a scribe, what I would do to make gold out of that would be get in touch with the biggest, baddest guild leaders on the server and discover which Vantus runes they want this week, and then make them. Because just randomly spraying the auction house with them, I mean, there's a lot of them. What's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. There's 20 of these at the moment. So just the spray and pray approach might not work for inscription for these Vantus runes. You'd have to, you know, if you fill the auction house up with 2 of each, but everybody is only going for World Boss 3, then you've wasted all your time on these. So you're going to need to, that's what I think anyway. What's your opinions on these Vantus runes? Do I have any feedback that I want to be giving about these items? Hi, good evening, Washeen. Oh, I put the water on to boil, by the way. And I'm sucking a throat sweet because it hurts. Cold, it's hurting. Boo-hoo. You don't think they're good? Says Autonoth. Not good. We now have official feedback for the devs, and that is not good. Any more? Any more other than not good? I don't like that. I liked the spray and pray approach about having 4 of each rune up, well, glyphs up. And you'd have to work out which order they were being done in as well. So you'd have to do research. I suppose I might as well show you what they are. You'd have to do research because there's tiers on them. So you want to be crafting them. If they only take 1 pigment each, then each of the ranks, what can they do to improve of them apart from maybe extra percentage? Which will then make your Vantus runes valuable and other people's Vantus runes worthless. Psychopostry says, what professions do you think will be best for gold making next expansion? So far, alchemy is looking awesome with those transmutes. Alchemy is looking like it's going to be the centre of a wheel with all your other professions all around it feeding in and backwards and forwards like a matrix. Gimp blames the Mexican orc workers at West Utopia, to be honest. Hey, Olita. Machine thinks the Vantus runes will sell like hotcakes. Yeah, some people, I can imagine if you put, say the top guilds are going for World Boss 3 today. So you put some Vantus runes on there. And everyone else on the server is going to be trying to get their Vantus runes of that. And everyone will be making them and everyone will be wanting to buy them. So for gold makers, there may be some traction in making World Boss 1 in order to level up. And buying cheap ones on AH. In order to sell them when it's time for everybody to go for World Boss 1. So I don't know. People are going to go crazy for them, says Roisin. But are they going to go crazy for a single one? Or are all of them just going to... Is it going to be spray and pray or what? Gimp's got it. Supplying guilds directly. You'd have to chat to the GM and find out, what do you need? How can I help you, sir? And suck up to them and become their preferred Vantus rune supplier. So if you're in a raiding guild and you are a scribe, you will be their preferred crafter. Chupacabra, the mats at the moment is one single pigment. I think that might be a placeholder, because you can't improve on the ranks with it. So we're just going to have to see at the moment how that progresses. Exactly. Roisin says that the big guilds will have their own people doing that stuff. So if you're in a guild, then you will be providing for your guild. So the big guilds will have their own scribes. Good Samba says, I'll craft one of each, and when something sells, craft more of those. But what if all of these bosses, except for World Boss 3, nobody wants to do them anymore? What if they've all been completed and they drop crap gear and nobody wants to do it? So everybody's going for the high-end ones. That would be worth more. Okay, so people outside the big guilds, are these going to be working in LFR? Are people going to be bothered with it in LFR? No, I don't think I would. I don't even flask for LFR. So, bringing a Vantus rune, I wouldn't bother with that. So, I guess this would be for middle raiders that you'd be able to that you'd be selling them to. So I'm going to advise people to go find some middling guilds on your server and start negotiating today about being their Vantus rune supplier in 6 months down the line, and get in there first. Offer them a good deal and make yourself their preferred friendly neighborhood scribe. You could even palm off some of your crappy glyphs that aren't selling on the auction house. Hey, make me your Vantus rune supplier and I'll give you all of these valuable glyphs. Wow, aren't I generous? I don't know, have you guys got any ideas? As Zorky says, I'm pretty new in WoW and sorry for my English. Your English is great. I have one question. Is it even worth it for me to farm the flying for Draenor? I'm currently only farming gold to be ready for Legion. The answer, Zorky, is it depends how long it is until Legion. If it's coming up very soon, then the effort isn't going to be worth it. Then don't bother getting flying. But I would say try and get flying. Do not buy Medallions of the Legion. Farm the Medallions of the Legion. Gather them yourself. Do the quests, because whilst you do the quests, you get gold from the rewards and you get to explore the area. Gimp says flying takes 14 days. So, Legion is not going to be out in 14 days, and being able to fly will get you to places quicker and easier. So yes, go and get flying.